free agency, the Van Noy go, Jamie Collins is gone. Skip, I get all that. But, Skip, that defense, ooh, Joe Flacco looked like the Joe Flacco that went on the road and won the Super Bowl. You know, he went to Denver, Skip. He went to New England. He looked like that Joe Flacco last night. And Joe Flacco was about to get them out of the Trevor Lawrence Derby. And I think somebody called out and said, hey, don't you mess this up for us. And then all of a sudden, for some unexplicable reason, unexplained reason, Skip, Joe Flacco had been dealing all night.
Yeah.
And if you look at the interception that he threw, he had a guy in the flat and he had a guy coming across on the over,
like
wide open.
Wide open.
He made up his mind. They said, look here, throw the post. Well, what if he's not open? Throw the post. Skip, the guy's double covered. And he throws it. And then all of a sudden, and then, Skip, you stop Cam. Cam stumbles and falls.
Yep.
And then somehow you bring 12 men to block the field goal.
How do you do that?
Not, Skip, it wasn't like, because now
you stopped him. You're back in charge, right? And you get 12 men on the field and give them the first down?
It's not like now, Skip, because before you could try to sneak the special teams on there and try to catch them with 12 men on the field. You can't even do that on offense, Skip, because the umpire get right there and hold it. No, you substituted. We got to give them a fair chance to substitute. Okay, you see them bring, and you got 12 men on the field. I'm like, man, y'all Jets being the Jets. It's going to be a struggle. It's going to be a grind. Cam did what? There are times that I look at Cam and I say, man, that looks like the old Cam Newton. And then there are other times I say, man, that looks like an old Cam Newton. Yeah, they're really devoid of talent. I don't know what Tom Brady would have been able to do in this situation.
I don't either. I agree with that.
I mean, Cam might have been the only guy, and some of those throws that he was able to make after escaping pressure, because the guy, they had him dead to right, and he ducked one guy, and he sidestepped another guy. How he got out of some of the things that he got out, Skip, is unbeknownst to me. But, Skip, the Patriots, man, wow, Skip, that was hard to watch last night. It was really hard to watch. But in the end, Cam made the plays that he needed to make. I don't know what the Jets, Skip, it's 8 seconds on the clock. They have a timeout, and you're playing off coverage. You let the guy run down and just fall down, and Cam throw him the ball. Don't nobody want to press or anything. And maybe you make him, the time runs out. I just don't get the Jets, what they were doing. Kudos to Cam and the Patriots for winning that game. But the mere fact that you were down by 10 points to that team lets you know that the Patriots really not that talented.
So it came to this for the once proud New England Patriots. In the end, it took a 51-yard field goal at the buzzer for them to escape New York or New Jersey with a 30-27 win over an 0-8 Jets team that I remind everybody has just unloaded many of its best players, right? Because, as we know, they traded away Jamal Adams to Seattle. They cut Le'Veon. They traded their captain and one of their best interior defensive linemen, Steve McClendon, to the Buccaneers.
Bowles coached him when he was there.
Avery Williamson just went to the Steelers, pretty good linebacker. And Jordan Williams went to the 49ers. Okay, so you've got, you're just C.J. Mosley hadn't been able to play all year. So you're just missing the guts of your defense. And I give you that Stephon didn't play, Lawrence Guy didn't play or couldn't play for New England. Bentley couldn't play, but still, it's like, who's left? It was hard for me to watch also. And the best thing Cam Newton did in this football game was he did not turn the ball over. Because if he had, they would have lost. And in the second half, you will rarely see such ball control as New England exhibited for the third and fourth quarters. Because look at this. In the second half, New England ran 47 plays to only 15 for Flacco's team. The best thing Cam did in the second half, and I can't believe I'm saying this, was he kept Joe Flacco off the field. Because, to your point, the guy I used to call Joe Fluco in regular season games had turned back into playoff Flacco. He was on fire. He was looking like the great old days in Baltimore when he would deal against Tom Brady or go to Denver and throw a Hail Flacco and beat your Bronco, beat Peyton, right? And the best thing was that in the fourth quarter, the time of possession was 14 minutes for New England to 1 minute for Flacco. So he had the ball for 1 minute. But to your point, He goes, bombs away. I don't know why. It's just like he wanted to throw the dagger.
Let me show you, I still got an arm.
Yeah, I got an arm. And he's got a big arm.
He still does.
And he threw what looked like could be, when it left his hand, maybe a home run to Denzel Mims, who I just love from Baylor. I loved him before that draft. He used to torment my Sooners. He is a stud young receiver, and he is a building block for the Jets. Right. But he was double covered like crazy, and J.C. Jackson just outruns him to the ball and catches it. And then we turn right around after that, and Cam's got the ball 1st and 10, 28-yard line, and he goes incomplete, incomplete, incomplete on 3rd and 10, and they get a defensive holding call that saved the game for Cam, because if they have to punt there, I still don't know if they're going to stop Flacco. It was 27-20 at that point. Here's the first misfire. I'm sorry, that was the 3rd one. And they got the call. Right. They got the call. So the point is, he looked like he had sort of lost it and gone off target for those 3 throws. And it didn't matter because they got the holding, and then he continued to drive, made a bunch of 3rd and 4th down plays, mostly with him just carrying the mail.
But before that, Skip, remember, he missed a wide-open Myers.
He did.
He on the scene. Yep. They blew the coverage, and he had him wide open, and he overthrew him
badly.
Yes.
But think who Jacoby Myers is. As you pointed out, he played quarterback at North Carolina State and went undrafted.
Yep.
And he's all you got, basically, because Edelman's out, as usual. And Jacoby Myers had 14 targets, caught 12 balls for 169 yards. That's a night. But it's Jacoby Myers.
That's right.
How far is he going to take you? How far are you going to go with Jacoby? And it looks like Cam's got a new wavelength with him where he trusts him, which is nice for him. But still, you look at if they don't just dominate the second half in time of possession.
Yeah, it's like they almost won by 14 minutes time of possession.
Yeah,
Skip,
22-8.
Let that sink in, Skip. You dominate time of possession by 14 minutes. You run, I think, 32 more plays, 32, 33 more plays, and it takes a 51-yard walk-off field goal for you to win the game. That just shows you the depth or the lack thereof of talent that's on your ball club. If any other team has that many more plays, has that kind of time of possession, oh, you getting beat by double figures. Ain't no walk-off field goal winning that game. Nope. Especially with no turnovers. Now, if you turn the ball over, oh, okay, I get it. But with no turnovers, and you have the ball 14 more minutes, and you need a 51-yard field goal, you're not winning that game. But, Skip, what happened is that when Stephon Gilmore is out, you can say, Steph, take the best receiver. And now we're going to play coverage to everybody else. But because Gilmore is out, and you got a bunch of basically pieces. They play hard, Skip. They play hard, but they're devoid of talent. Stephon Gilmore is a different animal. Yep. But this is a sign of things to come, because I don't see a situation in which Gilmore is back there next year. So you got to get used. I mean, you think it's bad now. Stephon Gilmore is not going to be coming back in 2021.
Yep. So for me, the spotlight was on by ESPN. The best Jet on the field is their rookie left tackle, Mekhi Becton. And I don't know what happened, but somehow in the second quarter, after their spotlighting featuring him, he gets a chest injury and he's gone the rest of the game. Well, at least I was enjoying watching him just road grade people.
Oh, yeah.
And I thought, well, maybe Frank Gore can run behind Becton and maybe they can sort of win the game that way. But no, he was gone. And Sam Darnold obviously was out. You liked Sam Darnold before the draft. I did not. And now it looks like they're playing for Trevor Lawrence, and obviously they're going to have a high pick, and they're going to have a pick of whichever quarterback they fall in love with before the draft. And ESPN reported last night that for Sam Darnold, they probably can't get much more than a 2 and a 5. So you can't even recoup your high draft.
Oh, no, you never gonna get what you took to get him.
Especially when you're giving him away, right?
The mere fact that you trade him, Skip.
Yep.
So if you pay $100 million for something, you like, and here it is 2 years later, you try to get rid of it. Okay, what's wrong with it? Why are you trying to get off it this so quick? I mean, I thought you really loved, because all the scouting that you've done says, okay, this is our guy.
Yep.
And nah, I totally agree. But Skip, I want to see Cam get a season in which he trains, because we know he had that injury to his foot. He had the injuries to his shoulder. So he spent
the entire... had a COVID bout.
Right, so he had the entire offseason, and all he did was rehab.
Yep.
Because there are times, I mean, I've never seen Cam stumble so much. That ain't Cam. Cam is, what, 31 years of age? Cam was stumbling like he was 37, 38.
I would agree.
So he needs to get his legs back under him, get trained up, and I want to see. Now, I don't know if that's going to be in New England, but I know Cam is better than